Hello, Cancer. It's oh my god, tarot. And this is your someone secretly doesn't want you to know this tarot card reading. We're here to expose this person by the astrology reading cards. We're going to figure out who they are, their make, model, whether it's their sun, moon, rising, or simply just their characteristics or energy that they're projecting towards the situation. And then we're going to get into the tarot spread, figure out what's going on. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I sound like an announcer. And let's pull your first card. Woo! Libra. You got a Libra? Keep it. Libra is more like it. The energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So some of you guys are going through it with a person who's very relationship oriented. Am I picking the right person? Is this commitment for me? Deep thinkers, and that's good. But we don't know what this is about yet. One thing we do know is that Libras are very charming and smooth talking. So you're dealing with one of those. And we got more air energy in the mix. Smooth talker for sure. Maybe not smooth, maybe just intellectually superior. How insulting. Okay, so Aquarius, the energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Relatively practical people. Aquarius, they do their own thing and then they make that practical, but things have to make sense to them in their logic before they do anything. So what they don't need you to know is a very complex, very seemingly complex conversation, communication type thing. Maybe there's a conversation they don't want you to know about. And finally, Capricorn. Feels like a conversation. They don't want you to know about that negotiation, because this is relationships, both business and romantic. So, and then Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Uranus and Saturn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so it feels like there's a connection there. There's a callous coldness there in terms of how I feel about not letting you know this stuff. It's like executive decision type stuff. Now, the Capricorn energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. Yeah, so, they rule the 10th house. Capricorn rules the 10th house, so that's social interactions, that's accomplishments, and so that requires a lot of networking or networking. And Aquarius, that's actually the house of networking, friendships, partnerships. Libra is there dealing with one-on-one relationships. Aquarius is dealing with, group, community relationships. And Capricorn is all about having a good appearance. So you're getting the gist of this type of person. They care about what people think. They care about coming out looking good, better, even if they have to lie or even if they have to, withhold some information. Even though they're about managing relationships, they're also very individualistic and goal-oriented. So you guys might know what that's about, what that could lead to. But yeah, so here we go. We're going to use the Light Series Tarot and figure out what they don't want you to know. All right, here's your first card. Who's that? Who's that? I threw it too far. King. Oh, my eyes. Knight of Wands in reverse. All right, do your thing. Then we've got the Strength card, which is associated with Leo. We've got the Page of Cups in reverse, followed by the Magician. All right, now you're talking. Now we're talking. And finally, damn, Two of Swords. Freudian slip, maybe? Did I pull a clarifier or no? But anyways, so we have the Two of Swords there on the end of the reading. This is a little juicy, I'll tell you that. It feels like a thriller suspense, like a heist type. Yeah, suspense. It feels like somebody who's not telling you something because they're doing it strategically. Like, if I tell them this, they might tell them that. If I tell them that before Tuesday, then they might find out by Wednesday, ruining my chances by Friday. Oh. Seems like a maneuvering and clever communication. So let's have a look at the reading as a whole. And we start off with the Knight of Wands. Tell me you're doing too much without telling me you're doing too much. Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is giving us the action, the energy of that fire sign, or the fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But we have Leo right here, so we're going to lean more towards Leo. And that excuse me, that energy involves a lot of like ego, being boasty, you know, being inspired, but then it turns from inspiration to arrogance, confidence, the fine line between confidence and arrogance. You know, but either way, the energy is high with this person, and the amount of doing is high when it comes to this. So doing too much, as in, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to lead me astray. You could have just let me just live. But you wanted to do the most in this situation because you're fired up, because your ego can't have you even risk other people looking good while you look good at the same time. Right? There's a survival instinct with this person. We have the Strength card, Leo, keeping up appearances. You know, they like when people have shine, but they like to shine the most too. They like to have attention. They like to be recognized, but I don't know necessarily about the hard work ethic. They just like the glitz, the glamour, the appreciation. They are creative. They are resourceful. So I'm feeling like this person is trying to communicate or have conversations without you, or tell you bits and pieces, or not really you know, like just playing games with communications. Like, let me talk to this person for you. Let me talk to this person instead of you. And then they give back whatever information works for them rather than all of the information. So you have somebody like that around you. Let me get back in focus here. And then we have the the Page of Cups. This act, or this behavior, this thought process that leads them to do kind of too much with the talking, too much. Don't stop doing so much. You didn't have to buy me those apples knowing full well one was rotten at the bottom and it was going to turn all... Maybe that's too petty. Who's going to know about apples? But the Page of Cups speaks to a kind of an immature mindset, and somebody potentially caught up in their feelings, or just maybe even they're insecure. The Page of Cups is, again, emotional and a little underdeveloped. They're curious, they're inquisitive, they're developing. You know, they're not in a standstill. Still going through the emotional journey of maturity to some degree, because I mean Capricorn's here, so boundaries and restrictions and learning who you are, basically self-discipline, it's all a coming of age story, isn't it? It starts with that little emotional weakling who goes through obstacles and then becomes tough, strong, smarter, faster. So what you got right here is somebody who is in this mode, in the I'm doing what I know to do, but I don't know much because I don't have experience. So this could even be somebody below you at work trying to get ahead of you by using tactics they saw on TV, where they just kind of, you know, destroy you completely. Maybe they're using tactics from the Art of War, destroy your enemy completely, but then it's like, I'm not your enemy though. Like, your enemy is against yourself. I don't know. But this person, mindset, immature, ego, they're ego driven. They like the accolades. They want to move up. They want to move far, but they're immature. You might be dealing with somebody at work who's a little immature, or you might be dealing with somebody who, again, they're trying to promise the world because they're so immature, because their world isn't anything large. Their perspective isn't expanded enough, and yeah, then they have that weird immature outlook. Okay, so here comes the communication here with the Magician. Magician is supposed to be the manifester, the person that lays the foundation, the groundwork for you to make things happen, make things, set you on the right path for manifestation. This Magician is also associated with Mercury, the planet of speed and communication. And so you already know that the communication is done in a particular way, a handcrafted, well-orchestrated conversation piece. And this is what I think, because of all this air, this communication energy, and this Magician energy in the swords, it just makes you think that this is all about the communication. It's not about, you know, it's not about physically what happened. It's about, you went to this person and told them, you went to that person and told them, you went to this person, and then that in itself is doing too much. But the problem at hand is the conversation. What they don't want you to know is that conversation. Okay, so, and maybe they don't want you to know that they went from all these people, but maybe you find out, especially via this reading. You told this person, I had a hunch, I knew it, I thought that you would have told this person that, so I thought maybe you would mind your business and not really say anything, or maybe you didn't care, you acted like you didn't care when you heard, but then you went and ran and told Joyce, and I knew it, I should have known you would have done that. You know, I hoped you wouldn't, but I should have known, okay? Because now you got me between a rock and a hard place. I feel like this is them though. Two of Swords, blindfolds on, indecision. what am I going to do about this? There's nothing really to do because conversations were had. It was vexing. You didn't know. They didn't tell you. And you got the blindfolds on because now you're at the point where there's something to know, but you don't know what there is to know. So you can't really move forward. So you can't really technically cut this person off, but you kind of want to because you felt like something was off. But you know, you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Maybe it's like the limiting interaction is what you're going to opt for here, with the Two of Swords being kind of like a stagnation tool, or just being like, forget it, blindfolds on, I don't even see you, you don't exist to me, I can't even with you right now as far as communication. So maybe ghosting, maybe, you know, cold shouldering is what you're after. Hopefully, you know, maybe that could even be an indicator for you that you know it's them because they can't look you in the eye. Like something, and when people do sinister things and you're really nice to them, they get really weird. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, because then the person that they did it, like, they talk about that trash about you to, gets to see you being nice to them and thinking it's all good, and then see them being, like, fake, you know. And maybe, you know, that's, things like that really lead you to the truth. I think this person is from work, with the Eight of Pentacles here. I feel like this person is a distraction from work. I feel like this person is distracted from work themselves. And that's where their deal is. I think this is regarding work in the process or the operations of work. Maybe there's a detail that they didn't tell you. And you're supposed to pay attention to detail, but they didn't tell you that detail. And then you started doing things and then you have to redo them or whatever. Or just some type of information that they should have told you, but they didn't. And they did it purposely so that you'd look like you didn't know what you're doing so that they could get promoted. Just little like that. Little like that. That's where they're doing too much. You could, you know, and I feel like you may know this person for a long time and not expect it because the Strength card, maybe they've been waiting for an opportunity for a long time. Should be a driving force for them. But I still feel like this person is very immature in mindset, immature with their emotions. Like, dude, your legs are down here. Or are they? Like, is this card, like, not printed properly or what? What's going on? No, I think that's how it's supposed to be. That is weird, though. I don't know what they were trying to do there. Page of Cups. Why are his legs up there? Anyways, there it is. That's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, share the video. Guess what? Guess what? I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.